Western Province is one of Zambia's most resource-rich regions, blessed with vast water bodies, fertile land, and abundant natural resources. Yet despite this potential, the province continues to record a low contribution to the country's gross domestic product, currently standing at about 2.9%. This situation has largely been attributed to high poverty levels and low productivity across key sectors of the economy, but government is now intensifying efforts to reverse this trend. Deputy Secretary to the Cabinet, Dr. Oliver Kalabo, in the company of Permanent Secretary Special Duties at Cabinet Office, Fumbachama, recently led a delegation to Western Province for a 3-day engagement tour aimed at enhancing productivity in the province. The engagements form part of government's Enhancing Productivity program, which seeks to strengthen coordination among stakeholders while promoting productivity in key sectors such as agriculture, tourism, fisheries, and trade. On 5th March 2026, government launched the 100 Days of Productivity Activism, a national campaign aimed at promoting efficiency and improving productivity across the country. Dr. Kalawo's visit to Mongo brought together heads of government departments, civil society organizations, and private sector players to discuss practical solutions for unlocking the productive potential of the province. Speaking during the stakeholder engagement meeting, Dr. Kalawo said Western Province has the potential for economic growth if productivity challenges are effectively addressed.
Provinces such as Western Province possess immense natural resources and economic opportunities, but their contribution to the national GDP remains relatively low. At the same time, poverty levels remain high in many parts of the province. Ladies and gentlemen, this situation tells us something very important. The issue is not the absence of potential. The issue is how we can convert that potential into productivity, enterprise, and sustainable economic activity. It is precisely for this reason that Cabinet Office has initiated the Enhancing Productivity program, beginning with Western Province. This program is intended to stimulate economic activity by identifying bottlenecks that limit productivity and by supporting practical intervention that unlock value in the key sector.
Western Province Permanent Secretary Simomo Akapelwa noted that the province has the capacity to contribute more meaningfully to national economic development, which will also help transform the livelihoods of people in the province.
Part of the reasons why we don't seem to close the gap is that in terms of efficiency, production efficiency, and so on, we are not that good. So the title of this is improving our productivity, achieving more with the resources that we have. We could do much better. The province is not poor, it's potentially rich. So can we exploit our resources effectively so that we increase our wealth, so to say, we improve the welfare of our people.
One of the sectors showing promise in boosting productivity in Western Province is aquaculture. During the tour, the Deputy Secretary to the Cabinet inspected fish cages under the Senanga Aquaculture Expansion Project, an initiative aimed at increasing fish production and creating income opportunities for local communities. Dr. Kalabo encouraged more people in the province to venture into fish farming in order to enhance productivity and strengthen food security.
This is next to the Zambezi River, but it's a lagoon. So water does not flow very fast, allowing the fish to grow better. And the space is big. I think it's over 1 kilometer or even maybe 2 kilometers, meaning that there's potential for other people to come in and put their cages and therefore enhance the productivity. So my only appeal to the people for Senanga and neighboring villages to come forward and participate. CEC is there to support the Ministry of fisheries and livestock is there to support this process.
Western Province Permanent Secretary Simomo Akapelwa wants to see Western Province being one of the major exporters of fish.
If this cooperative union succeeds, then other people can emulate. The cooperative movement can then grow, rise up to the occasion, and have more aqua parks. We do not have to import tilapia or ripapatize from Thailand, from other countries, when they originated from here. And we want to be one of the major exporters of that fish in the long run.
This is a water resource that we have. Have we committed ourselves to exploit it to the benefit of our people? Yes, we have. And this is why we are here. Our visit, our tour of Western Province primarily is to, first of all, appreciate what is happening on the ground, who is doing what, where are they doing it, and how can we as government support them, how can we as government facilitate for their growth. And this is why we are here.
The Aquaculture Extension Project is being implemented by the Citizens Economic Empowerment Commission in collaboration with the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock at a cost of 10.8 million kwacha. CEEC Acting Provincial Coordinator Nkemena Siamupa said the commission remains committed to supporting rural industrialization.
Just coming to do our regular monitoring and evaluation of our aquaculture project that we started late in November, and we're quite excited and impressed with the progress of the fish as well as the activities that are taking place here. We are hoping by May through June we are able to harvest this fish. At CEC, our aim is to bring rural industrialization to such places like Senanga, and our hope is not just for us to stop here.
The production of aquaculture has been low in Western Province. A long time ago, we would produce only 22,000 metric tons. But right now in 3 months, we're talking of 8 metric tons. So with this investment, we are confident that we have gone beyond the annual production through the previous years that are behind. And definitely also creating jobs for our mothers and our youths.
For local cooperatives, the project is already changing lives. Chairperson of the Aqua Fish Market Cooperative Union, Augustine Mwika, said the initiative has empowered a number of cooperative members.
We are about 400 plus members. We are very excited to receive this huge of empowerment, especially here in Senanga district, because there is a lot of youth who does not have anything to do. For us, we have got this huge empowerment to make sure we work very hard for us to pay back. It's a loan, it's not a grant.
While in Senanga, the delegation took time to visit families displaced by the rising water levels in the swamps. About 340 families are currently being sheltered at a disaster management and mitigation unit campsite. Dr. Kalabo explained some of the interventions that government had put in place to support the affected families.
These are people who have come from the floodplains. Unfortunately, this year, because of the water which surged in the plains much earlier, it caught them unawares, and government had to respond to evacuate them from the floodplains to bring them to the higher land. And some of their household items are all submerged. Some of the schools in the plains are underwater. So the DMMU, through the provincial leadership under the PS, mobilized themselves and brought the families to higher land. All their blankets and things, clothes have been washed away. Again, that is another level of support which is required to be brought to the people. So we'll keep on monitoring this situation. It's still ongoing, and as long as the water is increasing, we'll have more people coming to the upper land.
Agriculture remains a critical driver of economic growth and a key pillar in improving livelihoods. In Western Province, government is encouraging communities to take advantage of opportunities in crop production and aquaculture. During the tour, Dr. Kalabo also visited the Sefula Rice Scheme in Mongo District, where he interacted with rice farmers to understand the challenges affecting production. Farmers cited limited access to modern farming equipment and high production costs as some of the major obstacles to increasing productivity.
They know exactly what needs to be done. And one of the areas she mentions, Wokwibisa, strongly is the seed. So they need more research in seed to bring seed which has higher yield. The second one, she's talking about mechanism, small equipment which they can use for weeding, for planting, so that they can plant faster and they can even have 2 yields in a year. That will increase productivity. This whole area is about 200 hectares, and it has been like that since 1998. But we can double the production with what they're proposing. They have now a cooperative which is working well, and we have the mechanization unit here in Sefola, which has brought a tractor and other equipment which it will help them to increase productivity.
On the third day of the tour, Permanent Secretary for Special Duties at Cabinet Office, Fumba Chama, led the delegation to Simulumbe Kesho Plantation. The delegation first visited the Zambia Agriculture Research Institute before inspecting the 517-hectare Kesho Plantation. The visit provided an opportunity for government officials to interact with Zambezi Kesho's Company Limited management and understand the challenges affecting production.
From the time that CITP started to date, we've been trying to improve the quality of cashew nuts. We have genes in Western Province and not varieties. So we have Brazilian gene, we have Senegalese, some from Tanzania, and so forth and so on. So our main mandate and our main core is to come up with good quality seedlings and good quality cashew nuts that are sellable on the international market. From 2018 to date, we've tried at least to plant about 6 million cashew seedlings. However, there are mortalities, okay? About 37% of mortality rate. Why? We were hit by drought, and some is due maybe to few management practices here and there.
The major challenge that we have in this plantation, as you saw when we went round, is frost. So one of the most effective ways to actually defeat this frost is irrigation watering. But to have the irrigation system here, we require electricity. Yeah. So if we can have ZESCO to connect us power, then we can do the irrigation. That will improve the yield.
Our tour of the cashew farming in the province exposes a lot of gaps that we can then sit down to respond to. For example, we now know that there is a challenge with electricity in one of the biggest plantations here. It is our responsibility again to sit down. How do we then bring together government departments to make sure that what the investments that have been made in this particular part of the province are able to produce maximum benefits. There's a lot of potential here, and we cannot end at just potential. We want to see this value being realized at the lowest of our community.
With electrification and running water in the plantation, we are going to improve on production. This last season, I informed 3 tons was harvested. Now 3 tons is just a minuscule amount when you have such a big area and so many plants.
The tour also highlighted the importance of supporting private sector enterprises. At Luena Ice Company, long-standing operational challenges affecting the business were addressed following government intervention through the engagements. Company Managing Director said the support is a testament of government resolve in empowering the local economy and building capacity.
We've been engaging with the government as a Chamber of Commerce, obviously, and we have reached a point where certain issues that we felt the government needed to be involved in terms of supporting the local industry, the production, manufacturing, has been addressed to an extent. But thankfully, when the Deputy Secretary to Cabinet came through, the issue has been resolved amicably, and we're granted space in the industrial yard, which is a sign that government is indeed working towards empowering the local economy.
Western Province remains a region of immense opportunity. The province holds significant potential to contribute more to Zambia's economic growth through initiatives such as the Enhancing Productivity Program and the 100 Days of Productivity Activism. Government hopes to unlock that potential and transform livelihoods across the province. For communities across Western Province, the message is clear. Productivity is the pathway to development.